This week, the channels asked students, what is the best paranormal or ghost story you have?
When my grandparents live in Arizona, so when my cousin was 12, it was super late at night and she went to go get the dog outside, and they have just desert around them, it's just the house and desert. So she ran outside, she's calling the dog's name, and the dog's just sitting, staring off in his face in the distance. So she runs over there to go get the dog, and then when she gets to the dog, my papa comes out of the house and he sees my cousin with the dog, and she leans down and a beam comes down and starts to take the dog away, and my cousin. Apparently this is a for real, everyone in my family tells the story it's happened. And so my cousin starts floating up, and my papa had to come and grab my cousin's hand and yank her back down. And then when she came down, she threw up everywhere.
It was kind of spooky, and it almost felt real. I remember I was sleeping in my bed back home in Sweden, and I had this the woman from Ghost approaching me and dragging the sheets off me, and I could almost feel the sheets coming off me onto the ground. And later on, I was still in the dream, and then I got woke up by my mom telling me I was screaming a lot at night.
Well, I live in Ojai, and there's a lot of abnormal, very strange stuff going on. But I was sleeping in a yurt with my daughter in Upper Ojai. She was about 5, and we're sleeping, and we're so cozy because it's very quiet there. And she just wakes up and she looks at me. She goes, "Mama, aliens intercept us." And my stomach just lurched because we were right by a spot that was it was built to look like UFO, and it was called UFO. And that's where all the alien sightings happen in Ojai, in Upper Ojai. And I was just like, "Don't take us now. We have things to do."
I was about 8 years old, and I woke up suddenly in the middle of the night, and my doors were wide open, and you have a clear shot to the living room. And there's a chair in the corner of my living room. I remember I looked at the chair, and I saw a full grown muscular man sitting in the chair, but he was all black, but you could see the outline, and he was just staring right back into my eyes. And I remember I froze with fear, and then I lay down and put the covers over my head, and I just panicked myself to sleep, basically.
So one of the most craziest paranormal experience I've ever experienced was kind of a sleep paralysis. I was sleeping over my parents' place and basically had a blanket underneath my stomach. Every time I'd lean over, I felt like someone was creeping over me. It felt like a huge wave or dark entity or something like that. But when I tried to move over and flip over, I couldn't move, and I can feel that my body was still half asleep. But it felt like someone was there kind of creeping over me, but kind of made my heart race, so it was really scary.